Aloha, friends. It is math time. Yes, I know that when you see this video, it will not have been Hawaiian Day, but I'm recording this video on Hawaiian Day, so you get to see me in all my Hawaiian glory and my luau decorations. So today we are doing lesson 20. I can apply the communicative property to count on from a larger add-in. Now, again, we have some words in there that are a little confusing. Apply means that you can use what you know. The commutative property, remember we were switching them around? So if we had 2 plus 3, then we change it to 3 plus 2. That's the commutative property. To count on from a larger add-in. An add-in, that's one of your numbers in your adding sentence or your math sentence. So 2 plus 3, your add-ins are 2 and 3, okay? So easy to understand, we just use big words. Sometimes adults like to use big words to make us sound smarter. That's okay. So let's get started warming up our brains. You don't have a fluency in yours today, but I'm gonna do a little game with you, okay? So let me get my pen. You will need your whiteboard though. So get your whiteboard. If you don't have it, you can pause and get it. All right, ready? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at our stick of linking cubes, okay? And let's count and see how many we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now I'm gonna break some off. And I want you to write a number bond and 2 sentences to show how many I had and how many I do have now, okay? So how many am I hiding and how many do I have? So let's do this one together so you understand what I'm asking you. Remember we had 10 cubes all together. So I'm gonna make a number bond. I'll put 10 in my hole. Now I can say, how many do I have? Here's 5, 6. I have 6. How many are gone? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are gone. Okay, so here's my number bond, but I'm not done. Because now I want you to say there are 6 cubes here, 4 are hidden, and we have 10 total. Or you could say we have 4 cubes hidden, 6 cubes here, and 10 total. Okay, that's how you're gonna play this game. You're gonna make a number bond and 2 number sentences. All right, let's try another one. My bad, we went too far. All right, well, you know what? We'll pretend that's not there and we'll do it on mine. I've got my sticks. Here we go. I've got 10 and I'm gonna take some off. Now, how many do I have? Can you see it? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So how many do I have here? Oh, I thought I turned that off. It came back on me. Hold on. There we go. All right, so I still have 10 as my goal. But how many did I have in my hand? Remember, I had 8. So I'm going to write 8 in one of my parts. How many more to make 10? 8, 9, 10. I need 2 more. How do I write that as a number sentence? 8 cubes here plus 2 that I hid away equals 10. Or I could say 2 that I hid away and 8 cubes here. Okay, so we've done this before. Let's do one more. You can do this one on your own, and then we'll get started with our application problem. Let's see, I'm gonna do. All right, here's your cubes. Count them. Remember, we had 10 total. So let's try this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. How many cubes do I have in my hand? And how many cubes did I take away and hide? make your number bond, then write 2 number sentences. Okay, let's check. How many number or linking cubes did I have in my stick? If you said 9, you were correct. How many did I hide away? Just 1. How could I write that in a number sentence? 9 plus 1 equals 10. What's another way? 1 plus 9 equals 10. Good job. Okay, fix your boards. Get ready for our application problem. And let's be number detectives today. We're going to be Hawaii 5-0. We're going to Hawaii it out today. We're going to solve some mysteries when it comes to our math stories. Let's bring this back up. I'm being a little silly today.
That's too funny.
All right. Remember, we read through the entire story to find out what it asks us to do before we go back and look for clues. That way we know what it's asking of us. All right, so let's read the entire thing first. Laura had 5 fish. Her mother gave her 1 more. Laura's brother Frank had 1 fish. Their mother gave Frank 5 more. Laura cried, "That's not fair. He has more fish than I do." Use number bonds and a number sentence to show Laura the truth. If you can, write a sentence with words that would help Laura understand. Okay, that's a lot of information in that story, so let's look at what we have to do. We have to use number bonds. So I'm going to do like I did yesterday. I'm going to make 2 number bonds. I'm going to label 1 for Laura. I'm going to come over here and draw my other. And 1 for Frank. Okay. It also says we have to write a number sentence to show Laura the truth. Now we're going to see if Laura or Frank have more or if they're equal. So, could we show it with a number sentence showing a true number sentence? Yes, we can. So my number sentence is going to look like this today. Okay. So now it also says if we can write a sentence with words that would help Laura understand. We're going to wait on that and do that at the very end, and we'll be able to word our sentence to make it help Laura understand, okay? So first, get those Hawaiian detective hats on today, and let's find our clues that are going to help us solve, okay? So first thing we got to do is read the sentences and look for clues. Laura had 5 fish. How many fish did she have? 5. I'm going to draw a picture to help me. So I'm going to come down here. I'm going to label this one fish. And I'm going to say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Her mother gave her 1 more. Can I use that information to help me fill in my number bond? Yes, because we know Laura had 5 fish, and we know her mom gave 1 more. 5 plus 1 more, that's easy, 5, 6. I can even take my 5 and 1 and put it right here. 5 and 1, we know equals 6. All right, so let's keep reading. Their mother gave, Laura's brother, Frank, had 1 fish. So I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna make his 1 fish. Their mother gave Frank 5 more fish. So let's draw 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we use that information and fill in our chart or our number bond? Absolutely. We know he had 1 fish and his mom gave him 5. What's 1 plus 5? Let's count on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is my total. So let's fill this in. 1 that he had, 5 that she gave him, that's 6. Laura cried, "That's not fair. He has more fish than I do." Does he have more fish? Let's look at our totals. 6 and 6. Does Frank have more fish? No. Does he have the same amount? Yes. Is it equal to each other? Yes. So we could even write a sentence. I'm going to erase my drawing so I can write my sentence. And I'm going to say, Laura and Frank have the same amount of fish. Now you can do your best with your spelling. It doesn't be perfect. Write what sound you hear when you're writing your sentence. So Laura and Frank have the same amount of fish. Laura has 6 fish, 5 that she already had and 1 more that she got, which is the same as the 1 fish that he had and the 5 more he got. So he has 6 fish too. 1 and 5 make 6. So just like we did yesterday, we showed a true number sentence to help Laura understand that they have the same amount. They're both equal. Okay? Good job today, guys. I want you to erase your board because Miss Curry is going to be working with us again today. And this time we're going to be writing out some things on our board. So make sure you have a clean board or a piece of paper so that we can work on our lesson with Miss Curry, okay? So I'm going to pause my screen for a minute. I'm going to get us ready to watch our video and then I'll join you in a flash. You won't even know I'm gone. Let's see if I can get my pause button to work. There it is. Okay guys, I'm back. Now I hope you have your whiteboard cleaned off and ready to go, or you have a piece of paper that's clean and ready to go and you got something to write with, because Miss Curry is going to ask us to do some stuff. So be ready. Here we go. Let's share this screen. Get Miss Curry on here with us. Oh, there we go. Make sure my volume is up all the way. Hold on guys, I need to make sure this volume is up. Here we go. Oh, hold on. I gotta share again. Ah, I've lost you. Where did you go? There you all are. All right, here we go. Now let's try this again. Little technical difficulties today.
Hi there, mathematicians. My name is Mrs. Curry. In our lesson today, we're going to learn a strategy for counting on efficiently. Efficient means when you do something in a way that makes solving problems easier and faster. For example, if I wanted to add 5 and 3, I could count all my fingers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and get the correct answer, absolutely. But it's efficient if I count on 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, in today's lesson, we're going to learn a strategy for counting on even more efficiently. Stay tuned. We're going to start the lesson by looking at this expression. Say it with me.
1 plus 7.
I'm going to show you more cards, and I want you to say stop when you see the card that matches mine, but the numbers have traded places. For example, if I showed you 6 plus 2, you would say stop when you see 2 plus 6. Are you ready?
Stop.
Wow, okay. I heard everybody say stop. On your whiteboard, draw a true number sentence with an equal sign joining these two expressions.
Remember, you're just flipping
If
them.
I wanted to solve one side of the equal sign, which would be faster? Starting with 1 and counting on 7, or starting with 7 and counting on 1? Turn and tell a partner, or you can tell me what you're thinking.
Do you think it would be easier to start with 1 or start with 7 to count on?
Let's try counting on both ways, and we'll decide together. Let's start with 1 plus 7. I'm going to get 1 in my head. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Ooh.
Okay, now let's count on starting with 7. Let's put 7 in our head.
7, 8.
Which expression was faster when counting on?
I think putting the bigger number in my head faster.
What made 7 plus 1 faster?
Because we didn't have to count on as much. We had 7 in our brain and we counted on 1 more.
When you start with the larger number, you don't have to count on as much. Let's try another. Tell me to stop when you see the matching expression, but the numbers have traded places.
Stop.
There it is. On your whiteboard, write a true number sentence using these two expressions.
I'm going to pause to give you a little more time because we're going to write 2 plus 5 equals, how would I write that next part? Right, you can look at your card and you can see it says 5 plus 2. So let's write 5 plus 2. So now your expressions should say 2 plus 5 equals 5 plus 2. Let's see if we're right.
Did your number sentence look like mine?
Yes, it does.
If it didn't, go ahead and fix it now. Which expression do you think would be the most efficient for counting on?
I think it'd be easier to start with the 5 and
Let's
add
count on
2.
both ways and we'll decide again together. Let's start with 2 plus 5. Get 2 in your brain.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, now let's start with 5. Let's get 5 in your brain.
5, 6, 7.
5 plus 2 is more efficient because there's less that we have to count on. Let's try another one. I think you're getting pretty good at this. Say stop when you see the expression that matches 6 plus 3, but the numbers have switched places.
Stop.
There it is. Write a true number sentence using these two expressions.
Remember, we start with 6 plus 3 equals, take the other one and reverse it, 3 plus 6. 6 plus 3 equals 3 plus 6.
Ready to check? Did yours look like mine?
Yes, it
Pat yourself on the
did.
back.
Good job, guys.
Which expression would be the most efficient for counting on?
I think putting 6 in our brain and counting
6 plus
3.
3. Because 6 is larger than 3, so there's less that we have to count on. Count on with me, starting with 6.
6, 7, 8, 9.
9. Great job. It's really efficient when counting on when we start with the larger number. Let's think about our learning today. It's kind of a big what you did. I'll show you what I mean. I'm going to tell you a math story, and I want you to follow along. Mrs. Curry ate 3 olives. Then she ate 5 more olives. How many olives did she eat altogether? If I wanted to count on to solve this, which number should I start with? 3 or 5? Go ahead and say it out loud.
5.
We should start with 5 because 5 is larger than 3. We won't have to count on so much. So let's count on from 5.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Look how efficiently we counted on. Have I ever told you that I love black olives? What's your favorite food?
I don't know. Cookies. Definitely
It's time
cookies.
now to problem set.
Chocolate.
Your must-do problems are 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8.
So you got a
Do
lot
your very
today.
best thinking for 10 minutes. The next time you eat your favorite food, maybe it's strawberries or cereal, or maybe you love olives just as much as I do. Try seeing your food in 2 parts and then teach somebody around you to efficiently count on by starting with the larger number. Have fun, everybody. See you next time.
Okay, friends. Let me zoom back out here. All right, so now that you guys are efficiently counting on with the big number in our head, let's look at our problem set and see what you're going to be doing today to practice. So let me turn my screen back on. Oops, there it is. I'm gonna zoom in a little bit so you can see that one. And before we begin, I want you to look, if this ever a math problem that you're confused about what it's asking you, sometimes it gives you an example up in the corner of the screen. So this isn't the answer to the problem, but it's an example of how they want you to do the problem. So if you ever get confused and you can't remember what I show you, then you can always look at that example. See, here's another one. Okay, so let's look at this first one. Circle the larger amount and count on. Write the number sentence starting with the larger number. So let's look at my skateboards. Okay, I have 1, 2 skateboards here, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 skateboards over here. So which one is larger, 2 or 7? 7. So I'm going to circle my 7. And I'm going to put 7 first because that's what the directions ask me to do. Write the number sentence starting with the larger number. Now, how many did we not circle? How many were in the other group? 2. So we're going to write our 2 here. Now we're ready to count on starting with 7. So we can put 7 in our brain. 7, 8, 9. How many skateboards were there in all? 9. Okay, easy peasy. So let's look down at number 2. Number 2 is a little different. Color the larger part and complete the number bond. Write the number sentence starting with the larger part. Okay, so here's my 2 numbers. Which one's larger? The 5. Now I'm not going to color it in because then you won't see my 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my marker and make some circles around it. So it kind of looks like I've colored it. Now, we've colored the larger part. Now we need to complete our number bond. So let's count on 5, 6, 7. How many did I have total? 7. Good. Now we're not done because now it wants us to write the number sentence starting with the larger part. So what number is going to come first? My 5. What number comes next? My 2. And we know if we have 5 and add 2 more, that gives us a total of 7. Okay? So let's keep looking. Let's go to the next one and look and see if it asks us to do something different. Erase. Oops. Oh, I forgot I turned my pen off. Okay, same thing. Want you to circle your larger part, solve the number bond, fill in your number sentence. I'm not going to do these with you. Okay, you're going to do these on your own. Let's see. Color the larger part of the number bond, count on from that part to find the total, and fill in the number bond. Complete the first number sentence, then rewrite the number sentence to start with the larger number. So let's look at number 5 to see how we need to do that. First thing it tells me to do is I need to color in my larger number, but I'm just going to circle it with my marker. So is 7 larger or is 2 larger? 7. So let's make it circled. All right, so now I've got to solve for my total. 7, 8, 9. 9 is my total. Now I can come over and fill in my number bond. Our number sentence. It already gives me 2. So now I got to put in my 7. We know 2 and 7 more make 9. And we're not done because then it tells me to rewrite the number sentence to start with the larger part. Which one was larger? We circled it. It's 7. What was my other part? 2. We know that 7 and 2 more make 9. You're going to do the same thing for 6. Okay, let's look at the next page. Forgot my knife. All right, now the next page says circle the larger number and count on to solve. So let's look at number 7. Is 1 or 5 my larger number? 5. So I'm going to circle it and I'm going to solve. So 5, 6. Simple as that. Okay. Your problem set today is, oh, hold on. Sorry guys. Okay. Your problem set today is going to be numbers 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, one more time. 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. You're also going to have an exit ticket to do today. Make sure you complete that and then put a smiley face at the bottom and then turn it into me, okay? So problem set numbers 1, 3, 4, 6, 7, and 8. Exit ticket, all of it. Smiley face at the bottom, turn it in, and then come back and do your debrief. All right, guys, you should be done with your problem set and your exit ticket. So let's talk about what we've learned today. We have talked about efficiently counting on, which efficiently means an easier way to count on or a more thorough way to count on, something that makes your life a little simpler. Okay, so what was the efficient way we learned to count on? Was it to put the smaller number in our head and count on the bigger number? Or was it to put the bigger number in our head and count on the smaller number? If you said to put the bigger number in our head and count on, then you would be correct. Because putting that bigger number in our head makes counting on easier because there's not as many to count on. So if I put 8 plus 2 in my head, I could say 8, 9, 10. Super simple. But if I said 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, that's a lot to count on. So remember, we want to put that bigger number in our head so we can count on the smaller number to make it more efficient, okay? So I will see you guys in our next lesson, which will be lesson 21, and probably won't be wearing Hawaiian stuff. So mahalo, thank you for coming to my math lesson today and watching my video, and I will see you guys on the next lesson. Aloha!